What's up? In this episode, we're going to watch a sick AI-generated video. We're going to look at the steps to create it. And if you're into the future of AI, business, tech, this is the time to hit subscribe. All right, let's watch this video.
It's me now two on the scene. Gonna roll the galaxy. Gold gang, made me a milli on the crypto. Gold gang, then it went silly with the sick flow. Gold gang, bullets, bang, bang, bang. Gold gang, it's C3. Who's the coldest one in the galaxy? Even the dark side could never handle me. I'll tell a Sith Lord that he can have a seat and party with my girls in Tatooine.
So a couple things here that I found very difficult to do with AI is recreate the same image over and over and over. We're going to walk through how the creator of this video did that, but you got to admit, this is pretty freaking compelling. The audio's good. The lyrics are sick. The beat is hot. And look at the graphics, the images. It's unreal. Let's keep going.
I'm a bro, but I don't need batteries. Still step through Anakin Factor Peace. I move from planet to planet. I do what I want. No troopers capture me. I'm an old droid with that new swagger. Make the ladies scream like Chewbacca. Is it me, Vader or Palpatine? Not us, then I don't know who's madder. I might be the maddest one in the...
You know, if you think about how long it would take, how much money it would take to generate a music video, and then you see something like this, you realize that the world will never be the same. The photographers, the videographers, even the lyricists themselves, ChatGPT wrote all this rap. The lighting, the audio engineer, you don't need any of it. You don't need the director. You don't even need the talent, as we're about to see in a minute. Let's keep going.
The galaxy. And if Anakin saw me now, I'm sure he'd be mad at me. Gold gang, maybe a milli on the crypto. Gold gang, then it went silly with the sick flow. Gold gang, bullets, bang, bang, bang. Gold gang, it's C3. I'm terribly sorry about all this. Oh my goodness, what have I done? I blew up in the beat like a Death Star, feel like the one. Artificial intelligence, but I got dumb.
You know, the other thing that I think is worth noting is there's a lot of copyrighted material. Obviously, you just can't go around generating images of C-3PO. But again, you know, or Darth Vader, these are copywritten license. You can't actually generate images like this in ChatGPT. You'll need to use a program like MidJourney, which we're going to get into in a minute. But it's just unbelievable.
What a good dog. I tell a Web3 Wookiee he's grounded, making my son, making my child. Intergalactic OG, yes, I got the game on cruise. I turn NFTs into GLDs, you know that the boy can't lose. Sideboards with some villainies, that's me and my boy R2. I'll keep it real to the death of me, till I get a system reboot.
Yeah. You don't want to gamble with Lando, you don't want to gamble with Gambino.
Okay, so this is pretty sick. Now you've got Childish Gambino, and again, I think this is where you're going to start to say, oh, my favorite artist could actually be making this type of art, right? And also, what you wouldn't look at Childish Gambino. Look at his mouth move. His mouth is actually moving. And again, we're going to go through how this was created here in just a minute.
You don't want to lose it all right now. Get kicked out of this casino. Call me Han, cause I've been on my solo Jedi Temple Dojo. Get go, make it crypto. Get go, make it crypto.
Droid life, yes. Droid life.
Yo, in case you were wondering, well, how do they copy Childish Gambino's voice? I actually recorded a video on exactly how you can do that in this link up here. I'll put a link to that video because you can actually clone your own voice. You can clone voice of people that you know. It's unbelievably easy, and we'll watch how this was done here in just a minute. But you gotta appreciate like the quality of this video. So sick. When I saw this, my jaw dropped, absolutely dropped. All right, so let's see how Daniel was able to create this work of art here. Gosh, definitely a guy you want to follow. I'll put his link here below. So he's using a bunch of different AI programs here, but let's walk down. Let's walk down to how he actually generated this, okay? So step one, write one perfect prompt, and you're done. His perfect prompt is, I want you to make a rap video about C-3PO being a gangster rapper full of blings. That's pretty funny. That's pretty perfect. Then he says, no, just kidding. We use 28 different tools to make this possible. And by the way, this is only going to get better and better. You know, it used to be that if you were going to scrape a website and optimize it with AI, you had to use a bunch of different programs. Now you can just use ChatGPT to optimize the language. So it's only going to get easier and easier. So let's look here. So step one, crank out AI content. We were making a Star Wars times Ghibli trailer with MidJourney. MidJourney is the program. And again, I think this is somewhat important. You cannot generate copywritten licensed images in programs like ChatGPT. You can generate them in MidJourney. However, MidJourney is not going to protect you if you get sued, whereas, again, depending on when you're watching this, read the fine print. ChatGPT is not going to give you copyrighted images because they're going to back you up if you get sued for using images like that. MidJourney will not, which is great if you want to be creative, but if you're going to be using it for professional purposes, buyer beware. Anyway, so he's using ChatGPT to create tons and tons of images. Step 2, has a gangster rap C3PO been done recently? So kind of checking to see if anything like this has been done. Test 3, test voices. Try out C3PO voice models and use different rappers. And he's using kit.ai, AI vocals for the modern producer. Step 4, look for inspiration. So he went to watch different YouTube videos to find different images, stuff like that they can replicate or mimic or be inspired by. Step 5, write the lyrics. Got hundreds of lyrics from ChatGPT and narrowed down to the best. And again, I think this is where you really want to be using ChatGPT, is for inspiration, generating tons and tons of different copy, topics, lists, and then break that down to your top, your best. And that's what he did here, right? Tons and tons and tons of lyrics till he found the best one. So it's all AI generated. Or you could be lazy and just say, hey, generate a bunch of language. And the better you train ChatGPT, the better you train your AI model, the better the lyrics are going to be. You know, if Drake or Lil Wayne are training a GPT to speak like them, you could absolutely get a better result more quickly. And by the way, it is so easy to train a GPT on your own voice. You can just upload transcripts. If you're a podcaster like myself, you can get tons of transcripts from things that I've done. You can upload PDFs. Heck, if you were trying to train a Lil Wayne GPT, you know what you could do? You could download the transcripts from every Lil Wayne song, upload them to ChatGPT, and boom, you've got a Lil Wayne GPT. Crazy. Step 6, make a rough cut song. Let AI do it fast. It doesn't need to be perfect, but it needs to give you a feeling. And he used Suno AI to make that song. Make any song you can imagine. And, you know, this is going to completely change the industry of audio engineering, music in general. Go bananas with generating thousands of images. Kill the most, save the best. And again, they used MidJourney and Figma to create the various images. And probably what you're going to want to end up doing here is teaming up with someone. You don't have to do this all by yourself. Teaming up with someone can work. But you can see all these images, and they just kind of pick the best ones. Refine the prompts. And this is, I think, probably one of the most difficult things to do with AI-generated images is keep a consistent image or a consistent picture. And, you know, what he's doing here is working on the prompts, perfecting the prompts, getting better and better. It's going to be easier if you're using someone or something that's a public figure. You know, if you're trying to create consistent images of C3PO, Donald Trump, Michael Jordan, it's going to be much more consistent. If you're trying to generate an image of, you know, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, 6-foot male, it's going to be much more difficult to stay consistent at this point in time. Again, that's only going to get better. It is going to get much, much better. Okay. 9, research all the effects, because you're going to have to hide some of the AI video weirdness. And they used eye candy to work on that and improve the visuals. Step 10, wardrobe. Make dozens of outfits. Try them in different scenes. Again, using MidJourney. This would be part of their 1,000 plus images using MidJourney. Step 11, storyboard. Let AI build out a rough storyboard. This will change as you edit, so don't stress about perfection. And this is one of the things that I'm loving about AI, generating storyboards, slideshows, things of that nature. You can do all sorts of cool things just to kind of like get a frame of reference. Create visual storyboards with consistent characters and scenes using generative AI. This might be something I need to do an entire video on, because that is a cool concept. Clean 12, clean up the shots. Use Photoshop generative AI to fill aspect ratios. So this is pretty cool. He used MidJourney to create this image. He uploads it to Photoshop to get the outside here, to broaden out, to widen out, which is, again, just pretty cool that's even possible. Even possible. Step 13, Runway. A lot of Runway used Runway to generate more shots. So what Runway does is it turns still images into motion capture. Super, super cool. If you've not played with or looked at Runway, it is awesome. It's not going to create very long videos, but that's, you know, for a lot of videos in modern day era, you don't need super long videos. You just need like quick clips of the videos. With a lot of different pattern interrupts. So Runway is going to be really powerful. Runway is super, super cool. Turning still photos into moving motion action. Step 14, use AI to put together the first cut. It'll tell you what's working, what's not working quickly, and they're using Fable Motion for this, a modern creative studio. Step 15, get rappers with British accents on Fiverr, and then get it as close to sounding like C-3PO before adding the AI models. So kind of like mixing the voiceover actor with AI. Frankly, I don't think you're going to even need to do this in the very near future, but that's what he did here. Step 16, apply newer AI models to rap. So again, he's just using the speech-to-speech text using, it looks like 11 Labs, which again, we just recorded a video on how to use 11 Labs and resemble AI. So, you know, just taking a voice and going voice to voice, speech to speech. You can also do text to speech with some of these programs too. Do face swaps with real humans. So you can see what he's doing here is he used MidJourney to generate an image and then used face swap to change this generic image into Childish Gambino here. Same thing here. You can do the same thing with basically anyone, which has some terrifying implications, but in this case, it's pretty freaking awesome. Step 18, say goodbye to all the face swaps that didn't make it to the poker table. Let's see who else he had in here. Just a bunch of different people. Patrick Stewart there. That's pretty cool. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. Get editors to now cut something super tight from the original AI prototype. So again, and I think this is where AI is in its current iteration, is you can use AI to get part of the way there and to give assets and images and ideas. And then you can hire offshore, you can outsource to, you know, agencies like the podcast agency that I own, or freelancers from Fiverr or other places. And bada boom, bada bing, you combine AI and tech with offshore, outsourced freelance power, and you're going to just be able to create amazing stuff very quickly at a very low cost. Do the lip syncing. Different AI models work better or different. So again, lip syncing. You need to make the person look like they're actually speaking. I've actually seen, this is really cool when you're watching foreign stuff. So for example, my wife hates watching foreign movies because you have to read the captions below. And you're not going to need to do that anymore because AI is going to be able to sync up the lips, implement a voice that sounds similar, and you're just not going to need to do that anymore. You can actually watch the movie instead of reading the movie. And that's exactly what's happening here. This is going to, I mean, the implications here are very, very, very large. Step 21, reevaluate, redo, re-MidJourney, re-Runway, re-edit. So they're going for just a really, really polished final version, which is how we got what we got. Step 22, have a panic attack about Sora being released. So Sora, we talked about a little bit before. Sora is an AI program that can create videos up to 60 seconds long. So I think this is important. Stuff is moving so quickly. All these steps, all this refinement, all these people that were required by Eckler, by Daniel to create this, you're going to be able to skip a bunch of these steps in the future because these AI programs are just going to start merging, consolidating, and getting more refined. Step 23, up-res the footage. So as you can see here, it's pretty cool. It's looking kind of grainy here when they zoom in. Use AI to clear it up. And then all of a sudden you get this super clean, polished, clear lines. Explore cash money cover. Explore cash money back in the day. Because you want to make your thumbnails cleaner, tight. Step 25, create title cards in Adobe Illustrator. Step 26, put in some Star Trek stuff to make the Trekkies happy. Nanu, little Sam Bankman-Fried there. You got the Enterprise. Step 27, try adding C-3PO lip sync glowing mouth. So you can see what they're doing here is every time he speaks, the mouth glows, which Adobe After Effects, pretty cool. Step 28, explore YouTube thumbnails. And then you've got your video. Boom, done. And also a shout out to all the helpers here. I'll put a link down below to all this, but that's how he created this just unbelievable video. Absolutely just spectacular, spectacular. If it's not clear to you, it's clear to me. The new world is here now. You want to start exploring these tools. You definitely want to make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on some of the new stuff that's happening, both to enhance your creative business and your business. Because for Pete's sake, man, AI is here. It's going to help us make a lot of money, and that's what we want to do. All right, thanks for subscribing. Leave a comment below. I'll catch you next time. All right, peace.